Evening. A bit of a surprise stream. I didn't know if I was streaming tonight, but I'm going to excuse my voice. But I'm going to try and finish off this illustration. I thought while I've got a chance to, I'll get this sorted so I can focus on the video. We've got a couple of hellos. So Thunderbirds fan, hello. I'm not too bad. Yeah, just thought I'd just work on the last few bits. It might be a 1 hour stream, but it's just going to be could be a bit longer. But it's just finish off the hair, work on the lighting, and see where we get to. And Dr. Virus, welcome to the stream. So with that said, I'm going to just crack on with this. Got any questions? Check them in the chat. I am live on Twitch again as well, and hopefully this time it'll remember my stream when it finishes. I'm going to start with Mystique's hair and just going to work away through it bit by bit. So yeah, just a chilled stream. Might not be as super active as normal, but you know, we'll see what happens. Just work on it and see what we come up with. But yeah, what's everybody up to on this fine Saturday evening? That'll be a nice colour. Thunderbirds fan, that's probably going to be a large number. So it will be interesting to see. Yeah, it's just a I say it's just a chill stream to come up with. Hey Minecraft, how's it going? Glad it's going good. As I say, this was not really a planned stream. It's just going to be one where I jump in and out of chat and just start working on the hair or something and just chill really. Any questions as usual, just pop them in the chat and we'll see what happens. Kind of want to finish this illustration off just so that I can make a start on planning the next piece, which is going to be, well, the next illustration. I know Monday the 16th we have the redraw of Dr. Virus, but there may be a live stream before that next week, depending what happens. So I thought I'd free this up so I can do any if I need to, or just focus on the video tomorrow for Monday. So I've got a bit of artwork to finish on that. Just have a chilled evening doing a stream. And hopefully things will turn out okay on this, and it'll look somewhat semi-decent by the end of it. Not that I'm an expert on doing hair or anything. I mean, it's potentially one of the worst things to try and do, in my opinion. I'd rather draw hands than hair, and I really, really am terrible at hands. And not in a nasty way, it's just hair is a complex beast. If anybody tried to draw hair knows, it can be a very complex beast, and it's finding the right balance between what's solid and looks right and what's not so solid. So yeah, we're just I say, just working through this to get things sorted. I will keep an eye on chat. I'll reply if I need to reply, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, has anybody got any cool plans for the weekend? Anything fun happening tomorrow for them? Hey Ben, how's it going? I will answer your oh wait, it's not for me. That's fine. Okay, I'm not worried. If it's not for me, I tend to care about it at the moment. It's one of those yeah, just we'll see. Hey Ark, how's it going? Oh my god, Dempsey. Yes, it's an extra stream. And Dino Man, Old Godzilla. Welcome to the stream, and thank you so much. I'm glad you like how it's well, Mystique's turning out. The whole illustration's quite spicy, but I'm gonna work on the hair today and hopefully do the lighting and finish this off. So it'll be quite interesting. Wasn't planning on streaming, and then I decided, well, if I'm going to be doing this illustration, I may as well finish off the series and free up for next week. I have entered in my room. Cool. I got no idea on that one. In terms of that arc, what to draw. Draw whatever the first thing that comes into your mind is, as long as it's reasonable. I'm kind of out of ideas of what to draw today. This is just like I wanted to finish off this illustration for an hour or so, and we're doing a stream for an hour or so. Nothing too much about that. Not really, Galahad 19. This is a 10 o'clock stream, UK time. That's my normal time to live stream. So you may think they're getting later and later in the evening, or later in the evening, but it's the exact same time. In fact, some of them are actually earlier. So, yeah, no, not really. And hey, Apple Flavors, how's it going? You're on the Twitch side, which is awesome. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a good evening, or a flavorfulsome. And you're alive. Awesome. Nice to see people alive on the stream. So yeah, so just working on this to see if we can improve. Well, I really want to finish this off to free up the next illustration that I'll end up doing. That isn't the Dr. Virus redraw one. That is already scheduled in. I'm hoping to finish that in the live stream, to be honest. Fingers crossed. No offense, Dr. Virus. It's just I would really like to be able to do the character and finish it off. So I may draw a rough draft initially of a pose or something, and then do the inking and the colouring in the stream. We'll have to see. I'll probably be motivated to actually do that if we're doing that. So we'll see how long that stream is. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a normal one. I haven't really thought about them for a live stream. I thought about them as options in maybe a video, since they were mentioned, but I haven't really looked them up. or anything like that. It has been a bit manic. I've got 1.5 artworks to finish off for Monday's video, because it won't be a live stream Monday. And then I've got the live. It'll probably be a live stream next Friday, and then another live stream the Monday after, because the promised live stream for the Monday depends on how it goes next week, if I can get a video out there or not. And then it's working on future videos going forwards, to be honest. I've got some what if ones planned. I've got some personal video type things I want to draw, characters. Going back to a few of the older what if scenarios, potentially. Changing up the format of the videos on the channel, so eventually they'll be slightly different in terms of what's in there in the content. They'll be doing art with stories, but how it's presented. Also some videos that are not art with stories. So yeah, a few things going on. I have contemplated changing the day and time, or the day and or time of release. So we will see what happens with that. Not decided on that yet, so for now it's going to be the same, but it is something I'm going to be looking at the stats and see what's going on. I feel it might be useful to either move the time or move the day. I did mention this in the last stream for those that were here at the point I mentioned it in the last stream. Yeah, and we'll just see what happens from there. So interesting times ahead. I said whatever you wanted to draw, the first thing that comes to your mind, as long as it's family friendly. I didn't really know what to draw, so it'll be interesting. Possibly, Ben, they might end up coming back in a future universe. I might actually create new narrator kids in the universe. I've got a couple new characters, narrators to add into stories that I've already designed in some live streams, which will be going in. I've also got some other characters that will be added based on a few other things that I've recently looked at, which will be happening in the near future, which will be quite cool. So we've got obviously Cessa Eldris, we've got Zara Hall. They need to make an appearance at some point. I've got a planned set of new narrators coming in, or new characters coming in. Not entirely sure on accents or anything, but they will be introduced, whether it's all in one video and then stapled in, or one at a time. So it'll be quite interesting to see what happens on that one. So yeah, I've got things planned for the channel, but it's obviously going to be a slow release on stuff and see what happens. Galan19 says, hey, random question. Like, what is the most shocking thing you saw in a kids program? I can't say it because of YouTube's monetization and community guideline rules, but there have been a few things that have been innuendos on kids programs that you don't realize are there until you're an adult. So yes. I have a question, Dempsey. If somebody got powers and then he become a demon, what would happen to that person? They, depending on how strong their will was, they'll be corrupted by a dark demonic side, or they could actually still be quite a nice person just with evil powers that stem from the root of all evil. It completely depends massively on the person and other factors on that arc. But yeah, that's actually a good question. It also depends slightly on the direction you want the character to go. You may want the character to have a direction where even if they are evil or somewhat evil, they are still kind, or they get completely corrupted and they become super evil. Like I said, that definitely goes down to the choice of what your character's story development is, which would be quite interesting. So we will see. Ooh, I will apologize for yawning. It's been a long few days. Changing weather doesn't help as well. Oh, that reminds me actually. Bear with me, guys. I have something I need to take. Well, I remember, and I've got a drink here. So, yep. As I say, I don't know how long the stream's going to be. An hour at least, maybe a little bit more. I just want to finish off like the hair of the characters, and potentially base lighting or some form of lighting on it, which would be quite cool. That's better. Right, so I never know how to do these bits for the hair, the highlights. Even if it's... Alright, we'll do it as solid white, and then I'll figure it out in a bit. It's always difficult working out hair. I know where the lighting's going. I just don't know fully what I'm going to do with the full set of highlights when they hit. It's not going to be tons of highlights either, that's the thing. So... But even if there's not a lot of, like, hair is extremely refractive. It picks up a lot of lighting. So it's working on bits like that, and then seeing how I can incorporate them going forwards into the design. Overlay, maybe. Overlay works better for the hair. In the story, Dave Vortex had power to make gravity 10 times stronger, and he's a scientist. That's quite cool. Dr. Bauer says, I wonder how Loki will deal with shrapnel, and please do the voice for fun, and if you do not need to do the voice of shrapnel. Give me a minute to get my mind in the set of that, potentially Dr. Boris, and then I will have a look at doing it. As I say, this was a stream that I wasn't intending to do today as planned. It was just thrown together last minute, like 5 minutes before it started. So yeah, just let me get me head into the game, as it were. I've recently come to a couple of realizations on YouTube about things and stuff, so it's kind of like my head's not quite 100% in the game currently, which is quite interesting. You know, you have an epiphany about stuff, or you have a slight change of mindset, and then it gives you a bit of a conundrum, or a bit of a well, it's food for thought, isn't it? So yeah, it's quite interesting. Oh, actually, I'm liking how this works for the hair at the moment. It's quite nice and quite subtle in areas, which is quite cool. It's obviously going to have some bits of that. There'll be a bit more probably down here. It's a bit stronger. And I'm just giving the impression of the hair a bit more. Follow down to that. So yeah, that's also partially why I'm shifting things up on the channel a little bit with a few things. May get a new profile picture, be quite interesting. We'll see what happens with that. I haven't decided what it's going to be, but I'm looking to do that, and we'll see what we can do. Can I say what Loki's last line would be before he died to a demon? Now that's easy, because his last line is he's a cat. He's just going to go. There's not really a line there, Ark. That's just I would do it as a hiss at the demon. Just because he can, quite frankly. There's no other reason than that. It's literally just because he's a cat. In terms of the Loki deal with shrapnel, I think Loki would probably... Alright, hang on, let me think. I'll do Loki's dealing with him. I won't do shrapnel's reaction. I'll just do Loki's saying something for you, Dr. Virus. So they're all like mech and armor stuff, aren't they? So like, what is this fool doing in here? Why have we got something that looks like one of those idiots' mech armors? How about we just take it out and show the demons of the army what happens to those who disrespect my power? Probably something like that. Yes, Ark. I think it'll be quite cool. His final word is a hiss. I don't think it needs to be anything more or anything less than that. Samus's hair is... That's the hairband, so that's fine. Lock and lock that. I can sort that later. So that must be the green bit, and that must be the normal hair. Fine. So that gets coloured green, so I know it's the green part of the hair. Because I don't really want to change those parts of the hair that have got the green in the detail. I might add a bit more shadow to them later, but that'll be the overall lighting. So that's going to go that way. That's going to go multiply. I am going to have the original hair colour that's light. And I'm just going to go a bit darker. And just check out what that looks like. Perfect. So we've got the funky hair to do now. This is going to be more complex. Okay then, second question. If Loki saw wildfire, what would his reaction be? I don't actually know. It'd probably be something like, why is there another child in my land? Where did you come from? Why am I a magnet for these damn kids? Is that a xenomorph tyrannid tyrant Arceus Crabdos Taracus Nemesis alien fused with Stitch breaking into your house? No, because my interdimensional anti-xeno DNA splicer recycler that Nexum and Demonica and a few other people from Pokemon Fusion universe put in means that it's just going to go to the blended dimension. The best thing is the blenders can survive molecular acid because the whole dimension is just blenders. Anything goes in it blended. I don't sure I understand Dr. Virus. Shrapnel, why is that a big cat in the room is what Shrapnel says, but then it's like, what would Shrapnel say back? I'm not sure how you mean. Is that meant to be what does Loki say back? But anyway, let's start working on these. Let's just draw these shapes in instead. That'd be interesting. Draw these shapes in instead. Also, drop the multiply down a bit. Key factor is light is coming from behind everything. So the shadows actually go a very particular way with stuff. So that goes. Long hair means much more complexity on where things flow and how it works. Which is quite interesting, actually, to see how hair would be depicted by the light source, because it's going to come in here, but it's only going to highlight the front section. Most of this back section is going to be darker, which would be quite interesting to see, which is quite good. And then we'll see what happens. All that's going to be hidden, and that's going to be being a bit of a okay. So the eraser tool, soft eraser, is definitely going to be useful here. Adds a bit more. Bringing the original color back gives it a bit more of a highlight behind the scenes, which is really good. So yeah. And I can add some more refined elements for the shadow in here. Draw that down a bit, and we can start building up our layers in the anime style, which is quite good. That process, I mean, that will Shrapnel say when he meets Loki, because how dumb he is and not to know that Loki is a demon. Okay, that doesn't make sense what he says, but I still don't understand just what would Shrapnel say back, which context it is. Can demons hold back their powers, like make themselves look weaker? Yes, technically anything with a power can hold it back if they know how to. Some demons won't be able to based on their powers. Some can. In theory, a lot of demons are potentially able to hold back because of if they possess a human, the human vessel or the vessel that they're possessing, they could limit the amount of power being used through it. One, not to cause damage to the vessel over time, but also to make them appear weaker. In fact, most demons potentially try to pose weaker. So when you see all these paranormal investigations and stuff, most demons that speak through the spirit boxes and stuff often pretend that they're children because people feel safer speaking to a child, whether they passed away or not, than to what they believe is a demonic entity. So they make themselves deliberately look like weaker in comparison to what they are to trap unsuspecting people. So technically, yes, that is a possibility. Well, let's actually highlight. I didn't think that layer would do it, but I've just put one on there anyway. It just depends on the whole context of the demon and what his abilities are. Oh, I remember that. Something like that, Funbuzz. If I remember, it was a necklace to withhold the powers or something to keep some control, wasn't it? So they don't go completely out of control and berserk. Ark says, I just want a character tricked Loki being weak, and then he kills Loki with no warning in one day. Just a concept idea. It won't be in the actual main storyline because that would be one hell of a plot twist, and it'll probably kill any interaction. The entire series will be dead from that point onwards. But it is an interesting concept to have a character that appears weaker than they actually are, and to see what happens. Technically speaking, I've got some plans for my narrators and characters. Some kind of go along that line. Should be quite interesting. I'm going to take a super quick break. Hey, Koi, welcome to the Twitch stream live. Oh, I got to show that one if it shows. It's a shark. Shark. Welcome. I'm glad you could join. I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break. One, I need to refill the water. And then it would be a case of just picking up. Just for Koi who's joined, I've got a rough hairstyling for Mystique, which is looking quite cool. I'm working on Samus's hair to then just build things up. But I will be back in 2 to 3 minutes. So I'll see you shortly, guys. I'm back. What did I miss? I know Koi was on the Twitch side. Don't know if they jumped into the other side. So yeah, it'd be in the same universe as Wildfire. Now that could make sense, but it'd still be a bit of a that'd be a plot killer. As I said, hello to Koi, who's doing the sharks and a couple of things over on Twitch. Completely appreciate it. I hope you are having a good day, or at least your day's going as well as it can be. And yeah, it's just working on this illustration, really. I wanted to try and finish this off, even if it's not perfect, finish it off to a degree, so that it can be not exactly put to bed, but so that it can be, what's the best way of describing it? I want to be able to just finish this off to free up any other projects of art stuff to do, because it's been several streams now, and I'm loving the illustration. I'm having quite fun with it. It's just taking a little bit, yeah. Making dinner seems like you always are. Oh, I know that one. Got the boys this weekend, so it's like, always seems like you're doing stuff, which is quite cool. I'll see you next time, Galahound19. Thank you for joining. We'll see you later. And bye, Thunderbirds fan. I appreciate it's like 10:30 on a Saturday, but yeah. See you guys later. Bye. I should make some food. All right, I'm gonna make some ramen. Be right back. That's not a problem. Everybody's food's a priority. I got no problems with people leaving food. Food is a must-have. We all need it to survive. Otherwise, yep. Ark has a question. Any tips how to draw a good face for a villain? And for some reason, I made Wildfire beat him technology and character just like the party, and doesn't want to rule the world that much. Okay. Ark, I would say to draw a face of a good villain, and no disrespect to Ross Draws, they've done a character based on emotions at Burnout that they've had, that the character they've had in development. Watch Ross Draws' latest video. The first video he's done as he's come back after Burnout for the last, I don't know, 2 years-ish. He hasn't really posted anything, or a couple of years. His first video, the character design in that is perfect to show you how to do a face for what you would typically think is a villain character. Whether the character's a villain or not is a different matter, but it's a very good face to draw and look at the line art and see if there's anything you can take in terms of the pose or what you do, but do it in your style. But that's the best advice I could give you on it. Koi, I would love to share all the emojis, but they don't do that on here, which is annoying. I need to make an overlay which has got them. I'm just gonna make a narrator overlay on here somewhere. Little emojis across the top or something. What do you guys reckon? I can fill the top and halfway down the side or something. Ben says, Dempsey, if you do bring the narrator kids to their own story, at least keep Wildfire. I would, but Wildfire would probably be kept because I didn't really give much talkative time or time for her, and she's got quite a cool design as well as story. But I say I've got no idea if it will end up being the kids in a future episode, or even doing an episode that's set in the future completely. Although technically I've already done that. I mean, the Ben 10, ironically, the Ben 10 as Dragons video before the last community redraw, it was set in the future, because if you pay attention to the community redraw, well, yeah, Void's time traveled, breaking the fourth wall, fourth dimension, time traveling, and said Uncle Bainsworth. And Bainsworth trained him, or at least a version of him trained him in a timeline. But all of them are from the future episode in the future multiverse, regardless of any timeline. So I've kind of already done that. Go me. Oh, Minecraft Transformers. Thank you so much for gifting a membership. And Furious445, congratulations on getting it. I don't actually know who gets it through StreamYard, so that's why I have the chat up there normally. I completely appreciate that, Minecraft. Thank you so much. And I'm sure Furious will thank you when they see it or find out. And as Koi says, huzzah! And Dr. Ho says, Furious, well done. I completely appreciate that. Thank you. I've actually lost where I was on this. I didn't expect to see a gift come through. Oh, I love the little battles you two have. Same as me and you, Minecraft and Koi's channel. It's like, stealing his thunder, huzzah! Which is quite cool. And yes, that needs, so that I knew something didn't look right on what was going on. Add a bit more there just to blend that in a bit nicer. I kind of think that works, just a bit more. I don't actually need to do a lot of detail on this back piece. I might need a little bit for just, the idea is to color in a little bit of a highlight just to give it that back coming forth feel. And these are mainly a bit darker down here, but I'll add a bit of a highlight. I suppose I do need to probably add a bit more of a bump in color with a overlay, maybe. We'll see what happens. Still Koi Fish's Thunder, followed by The Thunder Is Yours. Speaking of thunder, anybody get thunder in the last day or two if you're in the UK or wherever you are? And also, anybody remember a show called Thunder in Paradise, which starred Hulk Hogan? I can say it out, Hulk Hogan, on basically a speedboat that was like Knight Rider. And hello, Apple Flavors on the YouTube side. What else have we got? Excuse me, I do apologize. Best kind of villain is that I have a good reason to do evil things, at least for me. Yes, that's true. Dr. Fire says, I am still remain. Oh, you still remember when you remember good times? Yes, good times. Just have to see if it comes out and works out to be anything from that. Right, I think the hair's done. So here's the interesting part now. I need to take this, duplicate everything. It's gonna take a minute or two. I'll also save actually while I'm here. I'm basically going to duplicate, flatten everything, and then have that for a layer to go down. Hey, Furious! You got summoned. Yes, Minecraft summoned you with a membership that you won by being gifted it. So congratulations. Hope everything's well from you. I haven't spoken in a long time, but yeah, I hope things are all good. So I'm hoping, merging all this down before I save it, I want to keep a copy of all the flat rendered layers individually. Perfect. So if I lock that, turn that off, effectively I've got that entire rendered version, which is perfect because now I can go above it and not exactly clipping mask, but I want to play around with some effects and lighting and figure out what I'm doing. So delete that, new folder. We're going to call this effects, do a couple layers in there. And then I'm going to have to figure out some effects. So I don't actually know a lot of effects in here. So maybe I should start with a... Ooh, what do I start with? How do I start this? This is going to be interesting. Be interesting to see. You wish you could just put a magical line up. I have that. I sometimes wish I could just... the image in my head or the rough sketch just goes... works. I do quite like working in Clip Studio Paint, as I've said in the streams before, for the lighting and the rendering stuff. I am looking at a way to merge Procreate. Procreate's still got a better way of sketching, so maybe my rough sketches and stuff will be done in Procreate going forwards. Export it out as a time lapse for the videos instead of a long recording over everything, and then drop the line art over the top as the main part of Clip Studio Paint going forwards in the video. I haven't decided on that, so it'll be interesting to see what happens, which would be quite nice. I don't know how things on Twitch works. Is it give me a follow on Twitch or something if you do have Twitch, just to help get that up there and unlock some things? I think I need like 50 followers and something to be able to do something on Twitch. Somebody who, like Koi, if you know, let me know. I know there's some kind of criteria for the basic stuff, but other than that, yeah. Well, that thunder's what has given birth to Dr. Virus. It also gave birth to the Flash, actually, which would be quite interesting. Imagine Void and Wildfire having a kid. I suppose that depends on Void's backstory, which we don't know yet. I haven't explained any of it, so it depends also on Void's orientation, what their preferences are, which I haven't even mapped out properly yet. So yeah, it could be interesting. Not entirely sure, but could be interesting. Oh, we got a little skit if we hang on. So Wildfire. Hey Loki. Donica. Guess in her universe, you died by her ex. Oh, hang on. I'm not even doing voices here. Wait a minute. Huh? Loki? I guess in her universe, you died by her ex. Its name is Vortexes, the black hole demon. I died to a black hole, and it's a demon. Ridiculous. Nothing can stop my power. So yeah. Okay, right. I guess main light source is going to be the main thing. How am I going to do this light source in the middle? Do we have any effects? None that will help. Okay, so I'm guessing this light source is still going to be like this. We're going to have the soft brush, probably at almost a full opacity. Going to have that on the layer. Going out. And that's going to be the top layer for this light source. And that's going to be an add glow. Next is the normal layer, which is a bit larger. Less of that. Still going to be the orange color coming out. There is going to be a bit of a twist to how this lighting is actually working, by the way. That's going to be more of a is it color dodge, glow dodge, soft light, just enough underneath to give a highlighted feel on parts of the character. However, I have also decided that Mystique's face is actually well hidden because of her hair. So this entire underside here isn't actually going to be getting lit up. Which I did that on the top player as well. It's just going to add a little bit of kind of depth to the image, like an illusion of something in the foreground and background, which would be quite interesting to see. Dr. Forrest, what do you mean? You wonder what is the hard OC that I have to redraw? What, in the redraw submission so far for the redrawing one, or in the community redraw, which is the superheroes that's going across and villains that's going across the screen? Although I'm about to change that to the error redraw one because, you know, it doesn't hurt to change it. Apple Flavor's got to go off and try out an app I downloaded. That and homework. Have a good day, Dempsey and stream. Not a problem, Apple Flavors. Thank you for joining. I do appreciate you jumping on the Twitch side and the YouTube side. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hope you have a good day and you have fun with the app you've downloaded. Right, I'm guessing. Why was I always turn it to through? Oh! Oh my god, that's what that does. Wow. Oh my god, that is amazing. Wow, that is kind of really cool. I was not expecting that. Still have to make this in shadow though. You know, I know the hair would let it through a little bit, but it's gotta be done. It's recording. Oh, what's the hardest thing I've redrawn? I mean, both, but not for the next one before you haven't done that redraw yet. You see that Dempsey has picked something new. Yeah, I've learned something new. I've learned something new in this program. It's amazing. It's always nice when you learn something new. When you're doing art and stuff, because I know I'm not doing it particularly on the characters individually, but it is quite nice to pick up a new skill or something that you're working on. It's like, oh, damn. How did I do that? That's going to go right down. That's going to go up. And that's going to be a little bit of a... Yeah, that needs to go down more. That needs to go down more. And it's continuous. So it's going to be just a... Does that look a little bit realistic for a glow on the face? Ideally, the contrast to this is going to pick up a bit after, and it's going to really work, which is quite nice. But I'm also hoping that another soft light layer will be quite interesting. It'll be so confusing. Oh my god, Loki and Wildfire Nexon would be so confused. That'd be somewhat weird. Okay, so what is the hardest thing I've drawn for a redraw? I redrew some at one time that had so many lines in it. I drew every single line individually. I think it was scales on something, or it was just I went in for the detail and it took forever. And I think that was the hardest thing I've ever drawn in a redraw. It was very difficult to sort what I was doing on that one. So I think that's probably the hardest thing I've had to redraw. Okay, Dr. Virus, thank you for joining, and we will catch you next time. This is going to be that, and I just want to make it a bit orange on its way out. I will sort this out a bit in a minute, but I kind of want to make it orange. I gotta wait for it to catch up. I think that's looking quite cool at the moment. Obviously, I've got this vignette thing here. That's normal. Maybe if I set to multiply. Duplicate the layer. And then maybe set that down a little bit. That's a bit better. That's looking a bit more of a light source. Obviously, I know that inside of that, there's going to be like a really, really bright, and I mean just super bright. Technically, it's near white. And technically, the lineup for that, which I will duplicate to save a copy, because definitely need to save a copy on that. Lock, turn off. Needs a soft brush. Right down the size. Just actually doing anything. There we go. It's actually going to take out the light of a fair bit of this orb on the line art. It's going to make it really a bit more transparent because of the light and the rest of the background. I do believe that there's still going to be a bit of soft light coming across on the face of Mystique, which should be along here. Maybe that's going to be a new layer. Change that to maybe a glow. I mean, I know it's on her face, but it's going to be... Yeah, I will obviously drop this down a little bit. I don't need it full force on her face, just enough to show a highlight. There'll be someone here. Minor amount here. This bit, and definitely a fair amount on here. I should get some soft light up here reflecting. This looks a bit interesting. Oh. Should you do bronze heaven or golden heaven? Flip a coin. Heads bronze, tails golden. If you've got two choices, it's the best thing to do. It's just to flip it on that. Really, I went for this idea to lighten up the face, which there's going to be some really bright aspects to the faces too. But I think we're getting there on this illustration. I think it's probably time to start looking at flattening, doing some stuff. You have a weird skit. Is that the one that you just did, Nexum? I had the scariest dream. Nexum, darling, what was it? Loki and Wildfire are getting married. Nexum, it's not a dream. Say what now? Cool. So I want to potentially... Okay, so layer, new correction layer, hue and saturation. Bring that up. It's got a good balance at the moment. Just bring it up slightly. Layer, new correction layer, brightness and contrast, and bring the contrast up as well. Actually, do I need to bring the contrast up? I could potentially just drop the brightness a bit. That's quite cool. Layer. Oh, I don't want a new layer folder. Layer, new corrections. Level correction. That's in a folder, so that's not going to work. Right. There, new correction there, level correction. There we go. Do you want to? Okay. I'll leave that up. Push it down a bit. Actually, I don't think I need to adjust the levels so much. There, correction there. Tonal curves, the more interesting one. I have an idea out of your narrator could break the fourth wall. Void can break the fourth wall, technically speaking. they've done it Deadpool style. Rewound time to go back to the beginning, talking to us. So it's a possibility. Ben, that could be said for any multiverse or universe. So, yeah. Greens. Let's turn the green down a bit. Turn the red down just slightly. Blue, let's just highlight that up a little bit. Kind of like that. There's something missing though. Filter, blur. Saying about mosaic tile at the moment for it. Edit. Select or edit copy. Edit paste. Edit. I'm not sure what's missing. There's something. I mean, it's looking quite cool. On screen. It looks better. It's not heavily done. It is a bit more saturated in the blue, so maybe the tonal curve needs to just be dipped down a little bit. Gives that whole nice effect that we've got. Oh, how am I going to do that? Duplicate the layers. I'll have a look at doing that skit in a bit, Arc. I'll have to reread it in a minute. My brain's not working properly. Right, so I've got that. Merge selected layers, so I should get just 2 characters on there. Perfect. That goes up to there. Duplicate that again because I want to just make sure I don't lose that. Lock that. Turn it off. Lock that one and turn it off. And that one. I'm trying some techniques I've seen out. I don't know how well they'll work. Gaussian blur. So just filter, blur. Yeah, it's got to be a Gaussian blur. So I can see a bit more of a bigger blur. there. There's that overlay. Cool. It's a bit of a blur to it, which is quite nice. And then I think what I need to do is take that, duplicate that layer on it, turn that on, turn that off. Filter. I'm never good at this. I don't know what I'm doing with this. They're doing it already? It is, but I don't know the... Just working on the... finding the right layer balance for... I want to work on the mask, but I don't know how to get onto the mask to work on it. Which is a bit weird. Hey, Fazbear Entertainment, how's it going? Ark, you've probably got about... I'm not sure. I don't know off the top of my head, to be honest. I did say this stream is probably going to be about an hour or two, maybe an hour and a half. So you got at least 15 minutes, at least. I'm working on the post-processing of this, so it's going to take a bit of a... How am I supposed to do this? Where's the tool for the mask? Okay, I'm just gonna have to do this the other way. Eraser, soft erase, make that quite large. And then just... What, I can't do it? Can I do it on the mask? I want to erase... Oh! I used the eraser on the mask. Perfect. Only 15 minutes. Possibly. It's whenever I finish this illustration, basically. This was a bonus stream to work through it, so it'd be quite interesting to see where we get to. Again, at the moment, I'm still working quite heavily on the illustrations. There's still a bit more to do, but we'll have to see. Buzzbear, are you still in chat? I can find out. It's quite easy. Yeah, they're still in chat. They're just not talking. But yes, we'll see. Like I say, I am working on this illustration bit by bit, trying to get the lighting and that right, and the contrast on the characters. I feel maybe there needs to be an extra saturation there, probably down here to go new correction there, key brightness saturation, up the saturation here quite a bit, click OK, and then mask it to those two. Maybe we need to go above that layer. Okay, and then the new correction, brightness and contrast, and up the contrast on these two. Yeah, and actually that won't work very well. I think we might be there. Potentially. I'm not sure about the tonal change at the very top. Oh, I'm losing some color more than gaining it. Maybe that tonal change needs to be more. Not so much the top. Or just a hint around the bottom area. Just to lighten that bottom bit up. Just make it a bit darker there. I think we're basically done bar a couple of highlights. I won't know till I've done them, mind. So, Ark, you do have a minute or two. I won't actually know until I've done these. And it could take a bit to do these. Don't forget your skit. I will have a look at that as well at the end if I remember. You've barely done the line work. I don't mind if you save it until the next stream. Don't think I'll be streaming tomorrow, but I will. I might be. I don't know if Kingpin's doing a stream tomorrow. Actually, I don't think they can. Oh, you can quite happily save it if you want to until the next stream that I do, which is probably going to be next Friday. If you want more time to work on it. I haven't done the lipsticks yet. Probably should have thought that way before I got to this stage. Okay, that's fine. That's not a problem. I still need to do the lipstick line, but I remember, so that's going to definitely come on to above that there. Let's go Hot Girl Pink. Turn out lipstick is really hard to do on characters. Okay, easy way to do it. Wow, there's that much to highlight on this. You don't actually see the color of Samus's lipstick coming through. That's a new one. Yeah, let's just erase all that. Do a new layer. Let's see what we can do with that. Perfect. And I can just do a layer above and start working on the... or maybe I'll just leave the lips simple. No, they look unfinished. You got a bit more time, Mark. I'm playing with some lips. I'm not good at lips, but that'll do. I can't go OTT with them because, yeah. That makes no difference. So the adding bit here is going to be... I think what else to see what I can do with. I'm still not happy with the way I render faces. I definitely need to work on that more. I think this kind of works. Ben, what have you got a thing? Why have you got a thing about characters breaking into people's housing and death? Death is too afraid to come to me. Death won't arrive. Even if he was here, he'd have to wait for me to give permission. Which would be interesting, but yeah. I was going to check. I think yes, and Furious has said somewhere. Yes, the glow does go hard. I'm trying to emphasize the lighting on this one a bit more, but it takes a bit of getting used to different software and also sorting out the lighting and then the tonal curve. So I'm gonna have to get a full version of everything merged down into another layer. Save it first though. There. It will be interesting. I think another good test is I have that color layer I created that time. So now if I turn this on for black and white, it actually has a rather cool effect. I don't know if I like the black and white more actually. Oh, an old-fashioned, like, sepia down version instead of being so vibrant, but yeah, black and white looks quite cool actually. Might export 2 versions out. That could be interesting. Check it in so far, have a look. I won't reveal it this week. I'll do it next week when it's finished. And give you a chance to actually work on it because I appreciate it's a much shorter stream. So I'll have a quick look at it afterwards, after the stream. But I think we're pretty much done unless anyone's got any questions or anything before we disappear. Oh, I got Arc Skip to do. Let me find it. I will be changing the words for YouTube Arc. Oh, I've missed it. Dempsey, is that a Goldie Predator breaking into your house with the 3 Xenobears in tow? No, because the big bad Goldie Wolf is going to huff and puff and blow them all away. Okay, so Arc Skip. Void. Yeah, all of you hate Nexum. I get it. Wildfire. Not me. I love my dad. He's the best. That's sweet, kid. But I don't think that group over there kind of agree with you. They're looking a little bit, well, they look like, Ehrenfold when he skipped lunch. Oh, I will say, Ark, that is looking cool so far. I like that. I can't wait to see that finished. I definitely want to see the finished version to share that. That is looking really cool, actually. I like that. Which will leave everybody guessing what you actually sent the artwork to be. So, woohoo! That'll keep them on their toes. But yes, I believe that'll probably do it. This is our illustration. It's weird because I don't know if the shared screen is upping the brightness more than what I see on the screen myself, which is a bit of a... I might have to look at that. But basically, it's similar, but it's, you know, we've got the glow, we've got the light effects. Eventually, I will probably be able to push these a lot more. The next illustration, I'm going to try and blend the skin tones better and do the lighting better and that, which would be quite interesting to do. But I'll put this full screen for a minute just to basically show off the illustration that we've done, or we finished off. So that was the key goal, to finish it, which I'm really happy we have gotten to a state where I can class it as... I class this as done so far. There's probably more I can do to it, but at this stage, this is the best I can do without ruining it. So yeah. So I guess on that note, the stream's over. Thank you all for joining this bonus stream today. And I will catch you all next time. Night, guys.